So you might be wondering like what kind of test is this, like the on the left we have the S9 Ultra tablet and on the right we have the OnePlus 13. So I don't have the S23 Ultra in handy, but the specs on the Tab S9 Ultra is the same as the S23 Ultra. So you get the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 with the 12 gigs of RAM. So these are the same specs that you'll just get on the chipset that you'll be getting on the S23 Ultra as well. So the performance wise, I'll be just focusing. Obviously, the camera would be much more better on the S23 Ultra, but you would have an idea in terms of the performance about how it feels once you just use the S23 Ultra. And if you're just are the person who's just considering to upgrade from S23 Ultra to the OnePlus 13 because you don't want to spend extra bucks that the Samsung has to offer for the S25 Ultra, because that's way expensive phone once it's compared to with the S23 Ultra or the OnePlus 13. So this would just help you define the your decision in terms of which device you should get. So on the right we have the Snapdragon 8 Elite chip, which is also coming on the uh, is S25 Ultra, but that is kind of an overclocked chip. That would say like that's a 4.47 gigahertz of performance cores on that one, so a little bit uh, overclocked than the normal Snapdragon 8 Elite. But in the real terms, it was really hard to find the difference between the OnePlus 13 and the S25 Ultra that I compared both devices in my other video. Yeah, so I'll just go ahead and just I would like to mention like these both devices are being connected to the same network, and there are no background apps running on these both. So I'll just to make sure, yeah, there's no background apps running, and we just go ahead and just launch some tests to know the capabilities of these both devices in terms of the speed test. So first we'll be just going ahead and just launching the Pinterest. So I would say the OnePlus 13 was slightly faster on the than the uh, S9 Ultra tablet. I would like to also see like this screen is like 120 hertz display, and it is has been really great display. I would just say like there's nothing to complain. Like once playing games, you'll really enjoy on this big screen. And I'll just go ahead and just want to just see the animation. So animation feels pretty much snappy on these both devices. Yeah, so animations are pretty nice on this one, nothing to complain regarding that one. The brightness I've just kept to the fullest. Obviously the OnePlus 13 is much more brighter than uh, the Galaxy S9 Ultra tablet. And now we just go ahead and just open the InShot. So almost like kind of an instant, I would just say, on these both devices. And now we just go ahead and just open the Play Store. Slightly faster on the OnePlus 13, but very negligible kind of difference, I would just say, on these both devices. Now we just open the calendar. So I would like to mention like on the right on the OnePlus 13 we have the Google calendar over here, but on the Samsung S9 Ultra tablet we have like the uh, property Samsung calendar app, and we just go ahead and just launch these both. Yeah, as expected, you get better results with the S9 Ultra tablet. And now we just go ahead and just open the YouTube. So I was give this one a try. Pretty much similar experience that you're just getting on these both devices. Now I'll just go ahead and just try to launch the speed test on this. So faster on the Tab S9 Ultra tablet, and we just go ahead and just run the test itself. Alright, so Tab S9 Ultra was the first one to finish the test, and followed by the OnePlus 13. And now we just go ahead and just open the calculator. I would give this one a tie, like very similar experience, I would just say, in terms of what you're just getting. Now we just go ahead and just open the camera. So faster on the OnePlus 13. And now we just go ahead and just launch the Xperia over here. I would say the OnePlus 13 was a little faster. And now we just go ahead and just open the light cut. So faster on the OnePlus 13. Now we'll open the Chrome itself. And we just try to open maybe Apple website. We just go ahead and just open the Apple website. So that was faster on the Tab S9 Ultra. We try to scroll. Pretty nice experience on these both devices, nothing to complain regarding this one. Yeah, I would just give this one to S9 Ultra for opening it faster, but the experience itself, you're just getting pretty much similar, I would just say. And now we just go ahead and just open the clock. I would just give this one a tie. Now we just go ahead and just open the Amazon. I think slightly faster on the OnePlus 13, but very kind of a negligible kind of difference. I would just give this one a tie, to be honest. So these were the apps like we usually use like on a day-to-day basis, and now we'll be just going ahead and just doing some graphic intensive running. So we'll go ahead and just launch the Subway Surf now. I would give this one a tie. Let's go ahead and just play the game itself. Obviously the experience on the S9 Ultra tablet is way better in terms of the bigger screen you're just getting, but and I would just assume like you'll be just getting similar results with the S23 Ultra as well. The color reproduction has been great. You'll just get more brightness on the S23 Ultra than the S9 Ultra tablet, but the tablet itself like has been really great. The game itself on the OnePlus 13 is like seamless. There's nothing to complain. The colors are pretty great. The frame rates and everything feels pretty smooth. So this is a game like kind of which you'll just play on the go kind of once you're just waiting for maybe something, and so you can just find like how great this game is. So now we just go ahead and just play on the Tab S9 Ultra. So experience is like very much different. You're just getting so much of a screen over here, and it feels pretty much nice. Now tablets, like I would like to say, like the tablets this time, or like you get in this year or age, is like being great in terms of the gameplay. You really enjoy the tablets are pretty much capable. You can play all of the Android games on this one, and you might want to just keep this separate. You can use tablet as a separate screen, or you can just keep the tablet itself like the S9 Ultra on the side, and you might want to use the controller. And I would say like obviously the gaming experience has been really great, and the speed is also very much great on these both devices. So now we just go ahead and just run the Temple Run. I would say it was faster on the S9 Ultra tablet. Yeah, nothing to complain. Great screen it is. All right. So and now we'll be just running the Asphalt Legends Unite. So here it comes like kind of a little bit of graphic intensive games, I would just say. So I would say like I would give this one a tie. Very very much similar results. I just got it over here, and let's go ahead and just play one lap over here. All right, nothing to complain. Has been a great experience on this device itself. Now, once it comes to the tablets, obviously, so it's pretty much difficult to hold the tablets in hand and just play the game itself. But we just go ahead and just try the gameplay on this one. The screen feels so much bigger and heavier on this one. But you'll get like a quad speakers on this one, so which is pretty great. And now we just go ahead and just play the game itself. Now we just go ahead and just play the game on this one. Obviously it's a much more nice experience on the tablet itself. The speakers are so much punchier on this one. Alright, so gameplay like has been great. You just obviously getting so much nicer speakers on this one. That it's like a top-notch experience that you'll just get on this one. So obviously like you get really great experience on the tablet itself once it's compared to the OnePlus 13, but these are like completely different devices. And but I just wanted to compare the performance. So performance wise, these both devices perform really well. Now we just go ahead and just launch the CSR Racing 2 over here. I think I launched it first on the OnePlus 13. Let me just close. All right, so it is not there. So we just go ahead and let's launch the CSR Racing 2 again. So obviously it was faster on the OnePlus 13. Okay, yeah, so I think like you cannot play the same game on the two devices with the same profile, so that's the reason like it's not launching on the S9 Ultra tablet. Now we're just launching the Ray Racing 3 over here. Faster on the S9 Ultra tablet, I would just say, but it needs to download some data. And then I will be just launching the Modern Combat 5. I would just give this one a try. Very similar results you can get on these both. And now we just go ahead and just launch the Geekbench 6 test over here. So I already did the test on these both devices, so I'll just go ahead and just open the test itself in the history, and you can know the score on this one. So on the S10 Ultra tablet we have the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2, and you get to see like the single core of 2062 with a multi-core of 5556. And over onto the OnePlus 13 you just get the single core of 2963 with the multi-core score of 8611. So I'm not sure like how that would just translate into the real-time performance. Like obviously like the devices are so much capable these days. Like even like if I go ahead like 2 years back, which is the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2, but still it's very capable chip, I would just say, in terms of performance. Like on the side by side you couldn't find much more difference on these both devices once it's been compared. So in case you're just considering the S23 Ultra, so you would be just better off with this device itself. Now we just go ahead and just check the GPU score on these boats in history, and the GPU score I would just say it's in 9509, and on the S9 Ultra tablet, and on the OnePlus 13 you're just getting 17913 of the GPU OpenCL score. I would say that it's almost like double what you get the score on the OnePlus 13. But in the real-time performance, like the gameplay itself, like it's very hard to just translate this one into the, because the I would just assume like in terms by seeing this device, like the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 is very capable chip itself, even if it's like 2 years older than the Snapdragon 8 Elite, but it's very capable chip. It's still like I would say much more better efficiency you just get on the Snapdragon 8 Elite, obviously. But in terms of the capability, I would just say like the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 is still pretty nice chip, I would just say. So yeah, this was the test for the Geekbench 6, and now I'll be just running the 3D Mark over here. I'll be doing the wildlife over here, so let's go ahead and just so initially I can say like the frame rates are like pretty nice on the, almost double what you get to see on the OnePlus 13 than what you get to see on the S9 Ultra tablet. But the screen itself, like in terms of the brightness, obviously the in terms of the color reproduction, the both are pretty excellent, I would say. But obviously the OnePlus 13 can go much more brighter than the Snapdragon than the S9 Ultra tablet, so that's more pleasing to the eyes. But nevertheless, like the both displays are pretty much nice. Alright, so test has been completed on the both devices, and it shows like it has been maxed out the overall score. uh, with respect to the battery life, both drop like 1%, and with respect to the temperatures, obviously uh, the S9 Ultra tablet is running much more cooler at 25 degrees centigrade to 25 degrees centigrade. The temperature on the OnePlus 13 has been like a 30 degrees centigrade. The frame rates are almost like double on the OnePlus 13, which is 94 FPS to 194 FPS. The frame rates on the S9 Ultra tablet is 36 FPS to 106 FPS. So it's more than double difference that you're just getting on these both devices itself. And so both devices are like on the full maximum brightness right now, and you can see like you get much more brightness on the OnePlus 13. One reason I would just say like the S9 Ultra tablet is running so much cooler is because of the bigger vapor chamber. I would just say like it has so much space to just dissipate the heat is the reason like it's just running much more cooler than the OnePlus 13. Like there's so much power in this small device, and then there's same power if I put on this tablet itself. So it has like a much more space to dissipate the heat. Just like a simple answer I would just say to this one. And if I would just compare it with the S23 Ultra, so I would just say the temperature would be much more higher if I compared the S23 Ultra with the OnePlus 13. So yeah, this test I did like to just to compare the Tab S10 Ultra with the OnePlus 13, mainly because of the chips. I don't have the S23 Ultra, so I just try to compare these both chips because we get the same setup of the chip as what you get on the S23 Ultra. So yeah, if you're just considering like maybe a person who's just thinking like if it's worth upgrading from S23 Ultra to OnePlus 13, obviously that device is still have a lot of value. I would just say the S23 Ultra, like because even if you just upgrade to S25 Ultra, you wouldn't find much more difference. The only reason that I would say like if you want to upgrade from S23 Ultra to the OnePlus 13 could be the reason that you want to just try a different OS, which is the Oxygen in this case in the OnePlus 13. So you might want to just get the OnePlus 13, but S23 Ultra itself has been a really great device. And if I compare the tablet itself, the S10 Ultra with the OnePlus 13, so I would just say like these are completely different devices. But in case like you are the person who just keeps one small device, like pretty basic device or maybe a mid-tier device, and use the Tab S10 Ultra as a main device. So if you're just considering to upgrade from that S9 Ultra to maybe just selling your both S9 Ultra and the mid-tier device and get the OnePlus 30, so that might be helpful to understand the test, like how much better uh, efficiency you're just getting on the OnePlus 13 itself. So so this test might like help you guys in making the decision with regards to this. So both devices like obviously are great. The S23 Ultra GT Tab S9 Ultra is like a different form factor, but like it's great. And if you're just a person who's just considering just upgrading to the newer devices to OnePlus 13 or maybe the S25 Ultra, so this might help to decide what to get. So yeah, so that's all for today. If you guys have any questions, you can just let me know down in the comments, and I'll just try to answer those. And please like, share, and subscribe. And thank you for watching again. Have a good day. Bye.